Now, you guys know that, of course, my all-time single favorite DCEU movie is Man of Steel, obviously. But my second all-time favorite DCEU movie, not that there have been a ton of them, but my second favorite one is actually Shazam. I love that movie. I thought it was charming and entertaining. It was just like Zach was great in it. Of course, you had Mark Strong in there as well. I thought the kids were fantastic. I love this movie. Like, I absolutely love it. And I was a little bit nervous when the box office, it made money, but hardly any. It didn't exactly blow the doors off the box office. I was nervous they wouldn't do another one, but they are. And more than that now, we have got our first look. The director of Shazam 2 has given us our first look at the new costumes of the Shazam family, and they look good. Now, what's interesting of note here with the new picture of the Shazam family, is that Mary is now being played by the same actress, both as the, Mary in the real world and as she transforms into, Mary Marvel. Is that what they called her in the comics, Rob? I think it was Mary Marvel. As she transforms into Mary Marvel, she's the same, which makes sense because she was older than all the other kids. So that makes sense. Now, look, I am dying for this movie. I'm excited for this movie. I think these costumes look better because while I never minded the costumes on the other kids, Shazam's was obviously, it looked padded. Now, obviously, all superhero costumes obviously bulk them up a bit, but they don't look like there's pillows underneath them. And that's one criticism of the first Shazam movie that I identified with, is that the costume looked it didn't look as bad in the movie theater as it did on the trailers, but still, I thought it was a step up. I like the look of these costumes. Rob, you've had a chance now to see these costumes. What do you think about the new look?
Dude, I grew up loving the Shazam family in the comics. All I can say, John, these are 6 hot toys I want to buy. I hope they make the entire Shazam family. I look at these costumes and I think to myself, this is perfect. I love the color palette. I've always loved I still call him Captain Marvel. I'll always call him Captain Marvel, but let's call him Shazam because I get it. But I do think these costumes are amazing. I love them. I think they're classy. Even though Shazam had a big lightning bolt on his chest, there was something almost elegant with the red and then the white cape that had gold accents on it. I mean, all the way from when I was a kid watching the Shazam ISIS Hour, they even made a
memories
figure of Captain Marvel Shazam. I've always loved this costume. I think this looks fantastic.
I agree. I think they look really great. Scott, you've had a chance. First of all, I've never even known. What are your thoughts on the first Shazam movie, but what do you think about the look of these costumes as well?
Okay, let's answer your second question first. Looking at this family photo here, I got very jazzed for the sequel, which I think isn't coming out for another couple years. I think it's 2023 is when it's supposed to come out. But I love the first movie, like you. The first Shazam made $366 million worldwide. When you look at the likes of so many other movies, including Man of Steel and The Dark Knight Rises and those kinds of things, it didn't really cross $1 billion worldwide. But I think the first Shazam movie was really fun, really charming. I agree with you. Mark Strong was also great in the movie. And I think that the first Shazam, along with Wonder Woman, really started to turn the tide for people who were not really that hip on the DCEU. I liked Man of Steel, not as much as you did, but I definitely liked it and appreciated it. And I appreciated what Zack Snyder has done with the DCEU. But I think because the general consensus is that it's so dark and they're trying to do so much and trying to catch up with the MCU, that the quality suffered in some of these other DCEU movies. But with Wonder Woman and then definitely with Shazam, I feel like they got the tone right. Warner Brothers Studios got the tone right for the future of the DCEU. And just looking at this cast photo for the next Shazam movie, Fury of the Gods, I just like, wow, I can't wait for this. I wish we didn't have to wait so long for it.
Yeah, I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's obviously in our modern, because you're wondering, why are they leaking these pictures? Because of, well, we've got some other topics we're going to be talking about here of leaked images. I feel like today more and more we're seeing the studios get a little bit more tuned into that and realize, you know what, we don't want the public's first look at these things to be some garbage from a distance, semi-blurry thing. We might as well just release some official photos ourselves and get ahead of that. And I think that's why they did. And I think it worked out well. Question is for you guys. What do you think about the new image? Obviously, this image doesn't mean the movie's going to be good or bad. It's just an image, but still, I like it. How do you guys feel about it? Jump on down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.